Under the blazing lights of a sold-out arena, with a crowd humming with electric anticipation, two warriors stepped into the ring, one a rising star with raw hunger in his eyes, the other a battle-tested legend whose name echoed in every corner of the combat world. Kelly Stone versus Dolph Lundgren. This wasn't just a fight, it was a collision of eras, of styles, of philosophies carved in muscle, bone, and unyielding will. From the moment the match was announced, fans and critics alike couldn't stop buzzing. Could Stone, with his meteoric rise and knockout power, really stand toe-to-toe with Lundgren, the towering Swedish juggernaut known as much for his brains, he holds a degree in chemical engineering, as his fists? Or would Dolph prove that wisdom and war experience trump youthful fire? Kelly Stone entered the ring first, gloves snapping against his palms, jaw clenched like granite. At 6 feet 1 inch and 215 pounds, he was built like a human sledgehammer, compact, explosive, and unpredictable. A former street fighter turned professional, Stone's journey was forged in grit. His strength? Pure aggression. Kelly's strikes came in bursts, sharp, wild, and unrelenting. When he moved, it was with the speed of a storm front rolling in. But with his strengths came flaws. His defense, often secondary to his offense, left him vulnerable. He fought with heart more than strategy, relying on instincts over planning. Then came Lundgren. At 6 feet 5 inches, the towering veteran strode in with calm poise, fists already wrapped in decades of battle. With a career that stretched back to the golden days of action cinema and real-life martial arts accolades to back it up, Dolph was a living legend. But don't mistake him for a nostalgia act. He trained in Kyokushin karate, a brutal style that doesn't allow for weakness. His punches were calculated, his kicks surgical. His biggest strength? Discipline. Technique. A fighter who knew how to wait for the storm, then punish it. But time, as always, leaves its fingerprints. At 67, Dolph wasn't the same man who squared off against Stallone's Rocky as Ivan Drago. His footwork had slowed. His stamina wasn't what it once was. He was an old wolf in a young man's game, but still dangerous, still proud. When the bell rang, it was Kelly who struck first. Like a cannonball, Stone exploded from his corner with a flurry of jabs and a right hook that clipped Dolph's jaw early. The crowd roared. Kelly was fast, maybe too fast. He ducked under a return jab, stepped in with a devastating body shot that made Lundgren stumble. It looked like youth would dominate. But the old lion wasn't out yet. Dolph didn't panic. He absorbed the hits, adjusted his stance, and began to slow the tempo. He waited. He studied. When Kelly came in for another wild combo, Dolph pivoted, landed a hard counter with a front kick to the midsection that knocked the wind from Stone's lungs. That was the shift. Now the fight turned tactical. Stone still had speed, but Dolph's ring IQ began to surface. Every time Kelly charged, he found himself snared in a web of calculated counters and crisp jabs. Dolph was bleeding from a cut above his brow, but his eyes were clear, focused. He was reading Kelly like a book. Still, Kelly wouldn't go quietly. With the heart of a warrior and fists like thunder, he rallied. Late in round 2, he landed a brutal uppercut that sent Dolph stumbling back into the ropes. Blood. Cheers. Chaos. But when the round ended, Dolph's hands were still up. And he was smiling. The third round was a masterpiece of violence and strategy. Kelly, tiring now, pushed forward on pure adrenaline. But the missed punches were adding up. His body began to betray him. And that's when Dolph struck. Feint. Hook. Knee. Roundhouse kick to the side of the head, clean and brutal. Stone dropped to one knee. The ref stepped in, but Kelly rose, dazed but defiant. The crowd was on its feet. Then came the finish. Dolph slipped a looping right, countered with a short left, and followed with a spinning back fist that connected flush. Stone crumbled. The ref counted. 10. Over. Dolph Lundgren stood victorious. Not because he was the faster man, or even the stronger one, but because he was the smarter fighter. He weathered the storm. He let the younger man burn bright, burn fast, and then used precision and patience to extinguish the flame. Kelly Stone earned respect that night. He didn't quit. He didn't fold. He showed the world that he's more than hype. But against a master of discipline, his fury wasn't enough. In the end, the ring favored wisdom over rage. Lundgren's hand was raised. And the legend lived on, not just as a fighter, but as a warrior who proved that the mind, sharpened over decades, is still the deadliest weapon of all.